7:40 here, Big 550 KTRS. KTRS is teaming up with St. Patrick's Center, and we're thrilled to do it. To talk about it is the CEO of St. Patrick's Center, Tom Etling. Tom, welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thanks. Good morning.
You've been CEO for 2.5 years.
Yes, sir.
What should we know about St. Patrick's Center?
Well, a lot of what you don't know, the public largely thinks shelter, and they think food kitchen when they think about St. Patrick's Center. But understand there's more than 150 people working to help 8,000 plus people in the community every day, and it's really helping them with housing, employment, and mental health services. So when you come here, you got to be ready to take advantage of the opportunities that we have to offer.
Let's go back. It's been around how long?
It's been around for 30 years.
Who started? How did it get started?
Founded by Edith Kinane. The Archdiocese of St. Louis and Edith Kinane saw an issue with people, a limited amount of people downtown who started to struggle with chronic homelessness. And it really started as kind of an AA type format where people would come in, have a warm meal, and just kind of talk about what they were dealing with. And as you know, the problem has gotten much more complicated and difficult and larger over the years. So we've just kind of grown as the issues have grown in the community.
Do we know how many homeless people there are?
It's tough. There's different kinds of tracks, and I can tell you that regardless of the number, when it goes down, a lot of people actually come to St. Louis because they know of how good the services are in St. Louis. So It's interesting. It's almost the marketing of services. It's kind of a challenge, but we're also helping people from a larger part of the region. In St. Charles County alone, there are more than 1,100 people struggling with homelessness, and there are at least that amount in the city and the county.
Now, it's interesting because you don't see a lot of homeless people in St. Charles. You don't see a lot of homeless people in Kirkwood or in Webster Groves. But the interesting thing is the homeless people gravitate towards St. Patrick's Center. So the city might look like it has a bigger homeless problem, but it's a regional problem.
Absolutely, and it's partly because it's a good thing because people know and trust what St. Patrick's Center does. It's also a good thing because when people come, they have no idea about the expansive amount of services that we have to offer them. But the challenge is the greatest rise, and as you and I talked about, McGraw, when you came down and toured again last week, women and children. That's the largest growth population in the homeless community. So those folks are not standing at exits on the way to Cardinals games or Blues games. Those folks are trying to figure out where they're going to spend that evening or moving from transitional housing to transitional housing. So this morning alone, I read in the newspaper, Covenant House, for example, has a sleepover tomorrow night to make awareness of the issue. De La Salle Middle School is helping with at-risk youth. So I can tell you the issue, regardless of where the numbers are, and we're making a big impact, the issue is going to still be there like crime or anything else in our community.
So you have women and children and also men, right?
We have a child drop-in center. So we have more than 40% of our clients are families. But we actually have a child center. So when parents are enrolled in our programs, their kids can get safe, healthy care, and just kind of do the things that our kids would, do or love to do on a daily basis. Watch Dora on TV, read a book, or just get some of that downtime. Imagine, if you think about what the parents are going through, imagine what the kids are going through. So it's a challenge.
The services are health care, they're job training, it's mental health issues, all to get them up off of the street and back to being self-dependent.
Absolutely. Last year alone, we helped over 500 people get jobs. And I like to say that's not folks like you or I between jobs. Those are people struggling with homelessness who are now having jobs and paying their taxes and are viable parts of the economic community of St. Louis as well. I
have said on the radio that you do no good to a homeless person by giving them $20 on the street or giving them $5 on an exit ramp as you enter into Kings Highway. Am I lying, or is that $10 I give that homeless person? Am I helping that homeless person?
No, those dollars need to go to places like St. Patrick's Center and other organizations in St. Louis because we need to help those folks. We have a program called Independent Living Skills where we teach families budgeting, parenting skills, crisis management, kind of things that we could all use refreshers on, but they need to come in, deal with their issues. We have staff that can deal with the myriad issues that they're dealing with, but then get them back on their feet, get their families back together, and it's amazing to see the successes and people all over the community who have been helped by St. Patrick's Center.
So if you really want to help the homeless, give your money to St. Patrick's Center.
What about volunteering?
We are very fortunate. We've been named the best place to volunteer in St. Louis, and I cannot tell you the generosity of our volunteers every year. We have more than 4,000 volunteers all over the community, so we always need volunteers. We can always find new projects, but we raise a lot of money, and we really ask the community for a lot in November and December. This is our most important time of year, but whether it's volunteering, whether it's giving a few dollars, whether it's giving a lot of dollars, we appreciate the generosity of you guys in the St. Louis community to help help us move the community forward.
When I was living on Washington Avenue and I would be approached by a homeless person, I would say, let me walk you to St. Patrick's Center. And they'd be like, I don't want to go. I'm like, well, then, look, you don't want help. You're clearly there. We have the greatest homeless enclave of things to help you get better. I will walk you over there, sir. No, thank you. And he'd go in the opposite direction. It's sad, but the fact is there is help for these people.
Well, there is, and I'd be remiss without just mentioning a few folks like Worldwide Technology and First Bank and people who really, the gates were step up, and really the corporate side is as important to us as the volunteer side in terms of giving us the dollars we need to operate.
All right, St. Louis PatrickCenter.org for more information?
stpatrickcenter.org or call 802-0700.
And then when is the world's largest trivia night?
I'm hoping you will be there. I think it will be February 7th at Rams Park. So thanks to the great generosity of the Rams and SAC Homelessness, it's coming out to Rams Park, and we'll have 1,000+ people enjoying the evening. Great celebrities, great evening.
My management team hasn't signed off on that night yet. Your people are still talking to my people.
We're still negotiating. We'll try to get you down to a number we can afford. So.
All right. What's the website again?
stpatrickcenter.org.
That is Tom Etling. Think of St. Patrick's Center for your holiday giving. Tom, thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
We are thrilled to be part of teaming up with St. Patrick's Center to help bring awareness for a great cause. 7:45. Quick check of traffic, weather, sports next on K.